If I can ask one clarifying question, the way I understood it, and again, I'm not a technical person here, but the way I understood what you were saying earlier is um, that you you predict that eventually it will be F&O that will be what the agentic AI will be fronting, and BC will kind of go away. I'm oversimplistic terms. Is that?
That's my prediction of where it eventually goes. I am of the feeling that Microsoft again will spend in the short term on BC because of other products that are going away, freight
Yeah.
planes. But in the long run, FNSCM is Microsoft's horse in this race. And they're gonna be spending heavily to have the proper agentic framework around F&O to continue to do that work. And again, BC will get some of that. There are pieces of it that just because of the way the two architectures are similar and things like that, that will allow them to do some of that work within BC. They recognize that, again, it's a big people change. Some of it
Yeah.
will go to BC. I do not believe in the long term that's where Microsoft is going to go. They're going to spend a ton of money in F&O getting this agentic front end up and running. And then eventually what they will end up doing is spending less and less and less on BC and moving people over into the agentic ERP.
Does that then already change your recommendations to GP customers, or should GP customers already take this into consideration with their decision making, or is it too early?
I think it's part of the consideration as you go forward. I truly believe there's 5 to 7% of the GP customers that frankly should be going to have an SCM anyway. Whether it's because of how big they are, the complexity, how many different systems they're working in already. Maybe they were only using GP for finance and they've got 3 or 4 other operational systems that could be subsumed by F&O. Things of that variety, conversations that should be happening with clients. I don't think it's an automatic assumption for every GP customer that BC is the best solution for them to go to, even though that's really what all of the noise is out there is move you right to BC and it won't be. I don't necessarily agree that that is 100% the case. And then another factor again is the long term. If you fall on that line and you don't have a real deciding factor between the two, but then you go, but
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
it makes sense to me that it's going to be FNSCM in the long run. And, perhaps that is what makes the decision.
Yeah.
FNSCM is more expensive. I'm not going to deny that. It's also a lot more capable.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of finding that balance. It's a matter of making the right business case. And it is a piece of that business case is, am I going to be respending on this to move to FNSCM anyway?
In a decade.
And
Yeah.
yeah, right.